Hey guys, it's Myra. Welcome back to my channel. Do you like that? Do you like that? I thought of getting rid of my intro, but it's my whole brand at this point. My channel name is It's Myra. I'm Myra. So I thought I'd just keep it, add a little bit more enthusiasm. I'm getting a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera, so bear with me. But I also wanted to say quickly before we get into this video, thank you guys so much for all the support that y'all have given me so far. This became just a hobby of mine. I've been wanting to do this for 10 years. I love YouTube and I've just wanted to start a channel. There's been so many people that have been trying to get me to start a YouTube channel, but I've just been too scared to do it, and I finally just did it. And it's truly just a hobby right now. It's a passion of mine. I want to start getting more into it. 9 months ago, if you would have asked me what a hobby was that I have, even a couple months ago, but 9 months ago, if you would have asked me what am I doing with my life, I was struggling, and this truly makes me really happy, and I'm happy that you guys have been enjoying it. So yeah, today's video is just gonna be a chill, relax, get ready with me to go nowhere. It's 9 o'clock. I'm not going anywhere. This makeup is coming off in about 10 minutes, but I just wanted to sit down and film something. I just had the urge to film, so yeah, go ahead if you want to follow along with me. I did basically the exact same makeup I had on in the last video, just with a different color in the inner corner. But yeah, also I just wanted to throw this in there. I just found out how to track my analytics, and I noticed that 78% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. So for that percentage of y'all who are not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me. I'm not doing this to be YouTube famous or anything. It's just mainly a hobby. It's truly a hobby for me. It feels good that people are enjoying the things that I put out at this point. Yeah, so if you would like to see how I did this quick little everyday type of makeup, keep watching. All right, so it's 9:30 at night on Friday, and Landry is streaming on his game. Luna's asleep. I wanted to plan makeup. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I just want to do my everyday makeup routines, so let's get into it. None of my brushes are clean. I did not plan on filming this video today, but that's what's happening. So first, I'm gonna start off with primer. Milk Makeup Hydra Grip Primer. Holy girl, love this so much. I have oily skin, but as much as I bake and powder, this amazing. So let's start off with that first. I'm not even gonna lie and say that I washed my face and everything like that and moisturized my whole skincare routine like I usually do whenever I do my makeup. I didn't do that tonight because I plan on doing everything after I get done with my makeup. After I get done doing everything, I'm planning on doing my whole skincare routine, but right now, I'm not. It's 9 o'clock. Where am I going? Quarantine, and Louisiana's in a snowstorm, so where am I going? Next, I go into brows. I have, what I use on a normal basis is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I just changed my color probably about a year ago because I used to do my eyebrows like basically almost black, and it was just too harsh on my skin tone. During the summer sometimes, whenever I get a little bit darker, it looks better, but my skin usually lightens a little bit whenever during the winter time. So I use the color either dark brown. Sometimes I'll throw in a little bit of chocolate in the front, but right now I'm using dark brown. And a great dupe, I have a lot of people that has been asking me for dupes and good drugstore alternatives because I worked for Ulta for so long and I know a good amount about makeup. So a good dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz is the Morphe. This is the micro brow pencil. For this one, I use Chocolate Mousse. It literally looks the exact same. The tip of it is the exact same as the Anastasia one, But for today, I'm going to be using the Anastasia one. So let's get to that. All right, I haven't had my brows done since early last year. During quarantine, I didn't get my brows done at all, and I still haven't. I've just been maintaining them myself. So I know the general shape that I want to keep them in, and then I end up not concealing completely, but I end up putting some foundation down here to clean it up if it looks a little crazy, like I have some straggly hairs down here. So I'm just gonna make the brow shape that I want. All right, with this type of pencil, I like to go in pretty heavy just because I know I can brush it out really easily. So I went in kind of heavy and made it a little bit, I like to make my brows a little bit bigger than their natural shape, and then bring the front a little bit in. I like to go from the tip of my, or the edge of my nose right here up. But once I got the general shape and everything of that sort, I like to look in the light at a mirror. I usually have a mirror right in where the camera is, and I look straight ahead and see if there's any gaps. Fill that in, and then I just start brushing. It just smooths all of the product out, makes it go evenly, and then I get a brow. Alright, that's the general brow shape that I want to do. It's going to be cleaned up a little bit more, like I said earlier, with foundation. So I'm just going to do the other eye, and I'll be right back. Alright, both brows are done. I heavily believe in brows are sisters, not twins. And they look pretty harsh right now until I have everything on and I kind of clean them up. But I like to make them look as not very painted on as possible, just because I don't like the look of heavily painted brows or heavily done brows on me personally. So that's the brows done. Next, we're gonna do foundation. For foundation, I like to use mainly this. This is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear foundation. This is my current favorite. Back in the day, I used to use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte because I used to have very, very, very oily skin. I still have pretty oily skin, but I found with the amount of powder that I put on my face, I like to use a more natural or dewy foundation. So a good dupe for this is the Maybelline Pro, what's it called? Maybelline Fit Me foundation. That is a great duplicate for that. Or the very dirty L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. This is something that I use more in the winter time, sometimes in the summer if I want to mix it with a more matte foundation. But this is the truth. It's only like $8 at like CVS, and this is like 40-50 bucks. So I usually do that. Sometimes I color correct on a regular basis. I don't. I'm trying to show y'all my everyday. I don't wear makeup every day, but if I were to wear makeup, this is what I would do. So I'm gonna go in with this. This is a newer bottle, so I have to shake it up. In the boyfriend does my makeup video, I had this empty bottle. So also honorable mention, the Rare Beauty Selena Gomez's brand. This foundation is amazing. If you want to spend probably, I think this is like 28-30 bucks. If you want to spend that money, it's at Sephora. It's so good, so good. I'm gonna go with my Dirty Real Technique sponge and foundation. I know it looks like a lot, but it's medium coverage and it blends out very well with the sponge. I'm gonna add a little bit. I have a darker shade of the Infallible Pro Glow. I'm gonna put that in my contour areas so it doesn't look so light on me. Just a lot. Just a little bit on certain contour areas to help me later, so I don't have to do as much bronzing and contouring. Let's blend. Right, I had to go wet my sponge some more. I was lazy and didn't want to go to the sink to wet it, and I just sprayed some setting spray on it, and that did not do the work job for me, so I had to get my lazy butt up and go wet it. All right, now that that's all blended out, I'm just gonna rub my sponge over my lips, side that's naked, because I just hate the feeling of foundation on my lips. But I know the foundation looks a little bit yellow compared to the rest of my skin tone, but it'll get better. It's fine. Trust the process. Now I'm going to go in with concealer. I'm going to be using the Jouer Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer. This is the color Dulce de Leche. I forgot to tell you the color of foundation I am. This is Tahoe. You can get this at Ulta and Sephora. You can get this at, I believe, Ulta and Sephora as well. And I'm also going to mix it with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is in the color Caramel. So I'm going to do a little bit of both of these. A good dupe for both of these are the Maybelline concealers. I think they're also the Fit Me concealers. ColourPop has really good concealers. You can find those either on colourpop.com or Ulta. And Morphe just came out with some really good concealers. All of those are like under $10, so these are a little bit more high end. All of the makeup that I have, I probably didn't pay full price for it because I was working at Ulta for almost 3 years, and that's just how the game goes. So whenever you see people do concealer, you usually see them do the big triangle. No, that's a waste of product. So what I like to do is come right here at the very tear duct, the very point of your tear duct, down, over halfway through your eye. If you want, you can fill this little section in. And then out here, up, like you're kind of doing like a wing liner. That saves you product and it gives you more of a lifted look. So I'm gonna do that. Then I also like to take my concealer just a little bit down the center of my nose, a little bit up here on the chin, and right here to conceal any darkness I might have. And then I go in with the NARS concealer just because it's a little bit darker. And then I take that same sponge, the exact same side that I used, and just blend. I start in the spots that I don't want heavily highlighted, like my chin and around my mouth, because the longer you let that concealer sit, the more pigment it's gonna be. So I start right around here. And then finally, probably wait a couple more seconds just to let it dry down a little bit more. I take a little bit of concealer on the top of my eyelids, and then I go in underneath my eyes. You don't want to let it sit too long because then it will be impossible to blend out. Concealed. Now that I have a little bit more dimension to my face, I'm going to bake this cake. Going to grab my trial size Fenty Beauty powder. This is in the color Honey. And I'm going to set my under eyes. A good dupe for this one, again, Maybelline Fit Me is, the whole Fit Me line is great. They have a dewy line, a matte line, everything's great. But a good dupe for this one is the Maybelline Fit Me Also the Sacha Buttercup powder. You can get this on Amazon. It's really, really, really good. It's a yellow based powder, really good for darker skin tones. But I'm gonna take this powder and just go right underneath my eyes. I don't dramatically bake as much as some people do, but I do have to press that powder in because my eyes naturally crease. I have natural creases under my eyes regardless of if I put makeup on or not. My eyes just naturally crease. So I have to put some type of powder to help that longevity a little bit more. And then I go into my smile lines. I'm a very expressive human being and my smile lines are very prominent, so I have to try to bake them so they stay a little bit flatter for a little bit longer. Creasing for my smile lines is inevitable. I can't escape it. All right, after that, I'm just going to go in with my Sacha Buttercup powder and set the rest of my face. Gonna wipe off the bake under my eyes a little bit with my powder brush so it's wiping off and adding powder at the same time. And I just like to feel my face, make sure everything is nice and matte. Next, we are going to do bronzer. As a black female, a couple years ago, I didn't think black women bronzed. That's because brands did not make bronzers for black women. But as of recently, I discovered some good bronzers for chocolate girls. This one is the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in Ipanema Sun. Looks like that. The difference between bronzer and contour, bronzer is a more warm tone, has a little bit of shimmer in it, and just putting the color back in your face. Contour is meant to add shadow, so it's gonna be more gray toned, more cool toned to add those natural shadows to your face. But I want to add a little bit more color to my face, and I've noticed that I more so like to bronze my face more than I like to contour these days. So I'm just gonna take a big powder brush. Just about all my brushes that I have are from Morphe, but this is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush. So I'm just gonna go from the top of my ear to about here. Just rub it in. I like to bronze my ears a little bit because my ears are always red. Conceal the double chin. Okay, and with the same product, I'm gonna grab another Morphe more angled brush and bronze / contour my nose. I personally love my nose shape, but I like to give a little bit of definition right in here just because with the foundation it becomes a little flat. So I like to add a little bit of definition right here. Also highlighting with the concealer down the bridge of my nose helps add a little bit of definition. But I like to add a little bit back. Add it down here. A little bit on top to add the button nose effect. Not too much. And then I take that same bronzer and the same brush and I come in here, so it's coming straight from my nose up to my crease of my eye. Crease is whenever you can literally stick your brush in and that's where your eye socket is. Sorry for the people that know makeup a little bit more than some do. I've had a lot of people ask me to do a more informational makeup tutorial because I know like people like my mom and Landry's mom, they're not really into makeup, but they want to get into makeup, or they don't know where to start. For Christmas, I bought Landry's mom a ton of makeup. Easy to get into, foolproof once you know what to do makeup. And I got my mom into makeup a little bit, so she does a little bit here and there. But I thought I wanted to do like something easy to follow along with just stuff that you may already have, or just easily accessible things that you could follow along with me and have a little fun with makeup. Because I tell everybody that wants to get into makeup, they don't know what to do. This is the main thing I told everybody when I worked at Ulta. They want to get into makeup, but they're scared they're gonna look crazy. I just tell them, take a day where you know you're not gonna go anywhere. So basically, right now in quarantine, take a day where you know you're not gonna go anywhere. Sit down, just play. You can wash makeup off. It's as simple as that. You can wash it off. Makeup is supposed to be about self-expression, having fun. It's not supposed to be something serious. Like, just take a day, sit down, play. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, just play. So now that that's done, I add a little bit of definition in my crease. I'm not gonna do a ton of eyeshadow today, just because it's not what I do normally. I normally just take bronzer in the crease, a little bit of highlight, and that's really it. But I might do just I might just do what I did in my last video with the pop of color in the inner corner, just with a different color. But now I'm taking a blush. This is the Juvia's Place Bella, I believe it's called, blush. Juvia's Place is African owned. Love, love, love. Also a good black owned brand is Beauty Bakery. Their blush and bronzer palette is amazing for darker skin girls. I bought it and it's a little bit too deep for me, but the highlight shades are good blush toppers for me and I love it, so I didn't take it back. I bought it during quarantine where you can't like test things out, but I'm just taking this brush on the apples on my cheeks, and everybody on TikTok loves putting blush right there, and I just tried it and it gives me a little bit extra color, a little bit extra something. I'm gonna go in with highlighter. This is the Desi X Katy Dose of Colors collab, Chasing the Sun. I'll also love their Mirame highlighter, but also the best drugstore highlighter are again Maybelline. I think they're called the Maybelline Master Chromes. These are great. This one's in Molten Gold. I'll just use this one today. She's so pretty. I love her so much. But I'm just gonna take this little fluffy brush. You can also use a fan brush or any brush you want to use. I just take it at the highest points of my cheek. Oof. Take it above my eyebrow a little bit. I also like to do a C shape kind of. With any excess I have on the brush, take it up. And also take it on the tops of my brow bone and then on my eyelid, just because I don't feel like doing a lot of eyeshadow today. And this is what I normally do whenever I want to put on makeup really quick. My makeup routine usually takes about 20 minutes. But since I'm talking to y'all, having a good time, take a little bit longer. I'm gonna take it down the bridge of my nose, extra on the tip, cupid's bow, chin. Highlighting, foolproof, not hard. All right, next I'm going to do a little bit of eyeshadow. When I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. I'm gonna take the James Charles X Morphe palette, this huge palette. This is, I travel with this because it literally has everything you could possibly need in it. I did a pink in the crease and pink in the inner tear duct last time. I think I want to do, let's do a yellow. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna take this dirty brush, wipe it off. First, actually, I'm gonna take this paddle brush, stained, because like I said, all my brushes are dirty. And I'm gonna take a little bit of the white in this palette, put it, I need a mirror, put it in the inner corner. Just gonna stamp it. Instead of rubbing, I'm just gonna stamp it. And then I'm gonna take this fluffy pencil-like brush. Just got a little bit out of my hand. Let me fix that. Okay. And then I'm going to take the yellow in the same palette, load her up, tap off that excess, push it right here, just stamp it. I'm gonna take a little bit bigger version of the same brush and just blend out the edges. It's gonna take a little bit of that powder away, but I'm gonna show you how to intensify it in just a second. All right, so you notice how it knocked a little bit of that powder away. Also, if you have any fallout on your face from eyeshadow, glitter, mattes, whatever, take your powder brush and go the opposite way of what you normally go. Usually you go like this, go opposite. In a very quick, sweet motion. Take it off. So now I want to intensify that shadow just a little bit. So I'm going to dip back into that powder. Take a setting spray. Spray that brush. I'm gonna dip it back just a little bit in that powder, and that's just gonna make it more emollient and liquefied, so it's not gonna flake off everywhere. I'll just stamp it right back on. All right, now I'm gonna take that same brush that I used the white for. I'm gonna take like a champagne, almost gold shade, and just put it right on top, just to add a little bit of glitter. I'm gonna wet this brush too. So that's what I like to do, just to add a little bit of something extra when I don't feel like doing a lot of makeup. It's just literally two shadows, pop them right in the center, and makes it look like you did something when you really didn't really even try. So next, I'm just gonna throw on a quick liquid liner. I have mastered putting on liquid liner in a couple seconds just because I did it so often in high school. So I'm gonna do that real quick and then I'll be right back. Also heavily believe that wing liner, sister not twins, but I use the Benefit Cosmetics roller liner, best eyeliner in the world, other than the ColourPop ones. They're A1. Next, I'm just gonna do some mascara. I don't really do mascara on my bottom lashes. I'm gonna add a little bit of shadow on the bottom just so there's some shadow down there, but I don't like doing them on my bottom lashes because my lashes are virtually invisible, and they curl right back into my face, so you can't really see them. So I'm just going to use the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. This is the best lengthening mascara from the drugstore. So I'm just going to do that real quick. Mascara done. I never ever really wear false lashes because I can't put them on. My lashes are so curly, I can't get behind them to do them myself. I probably can count on one hand how many times I wear fake lashes. Graduation, prom, that's it. All right, so I'm gonna go in with a flat brush like this and go back in with my bronzer and just do a little bit of something on my under eyes, just so it's not so plain down there. And I notice with adding bronzer down here, it helps conceal the wrinkles under my eyes. Alright, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to set my face with the best setting spray known to man. I used this setting spray on my graduation day when we had to wear masks, and my makeup did not budge. I just loaded my face up with this makeup setting spray, and it did not get on the mask at all. It lasted me literally all day, through graduation, through dinner, through everything. So I just pat that in. I used to be crazy with lips. No, I'm not. I have literally every single crazy color you can think of, but now I just go with the glosses, the ColourPop. I think this is the Makeup Shayla collection. It's just a champagne shimmery gloss. I can't be bothered with lips these days, especially with a mask on. I usually just put either this or just chapstick on. Like, I can't even be bothered. So yeah, that is the finished look. All right, y'all, this is the finished look. I took my hair out of the scarf, spruce it up a little bit. See, finish my everyday, whenever I do wear makeup, look. Please let me know if you like this video. Like, subscribe, do all the things down below. I appreciate y'all so much for all the love and support that I've gotten so far. It means so much to me. This is just a hobby, and it means a lot that you guys have been at least wanting to just view my video for a little while. But like, subscribe, let me know what you want to see from me down below, and see y'all next time.